Hey everyone, welcome back for today's Boo Bash video. Today I'm going to be showing you a healthy fall recipe that I make around our house that we love so that you can make it at your house too. They are pumpkin energy bites, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I do to make them a lot easier, and they're actually really super easy to make, but these tricks that I'm going to show you make it that much easier. So if you guys are ready for a fun recipe, then stick around because here it comes. The recipe is one, like I said, I have used forever. It is pretty healthy. There's really not a lot of junk in it unless you would choose to add anything. The main ingredients would be rolled oats, almond butter and pumpkin puree, honey, and pumpkin protein powder. Now I know we've seen this out. I am using up some of my Shakeology packs, and it's that simple. So you can use any type of protein that you want. You can even mix up the flavors. In the summertime, for example, I've used vanilla powder with applesauce and made kind of like a summer refreshing sweet kind of bites. Couple little tricks that I do with it: instead of mixing it in a bowl, I like to mix them in a Ziploc bag. That way then I can mush and mix everything together. And then instead of everything sticking to a spoon or sticking to a bowl, I can squeeze it out, trim the corner, and squeeze it kind of like icing just to get everything evenly distributed. The other thing that I like to do that makes it a lot easier is I put them into cupcake rolls. So this recipe that I'm going to show you makes about 18 1-inch balls if you were going to make them that way, but it makes about 18 of like the little where I just fill them up a little bit, and then I stick them in the fridge to chill, and then it makes it so much easier to eat. So I'm starting with 3/4 of a cup of rolled oats, and then I always just roll the bag down to make it easier. I need 3/4 of a cup of either peanut butter or almond butter. I actually used up the last of my almond butter, so there's like a little bit of peanut butter in with mine, but 3/4 of a cup of that. A 1/2 of a cup of pumpkin puree. So I'm just gonna putting it on. And the nice thing I like about whenever you use the bag is instead of, you know, having to worry about a spatula and stuff, I can just use the bag to kind of scrape all the bowls and everything. And then 1/4 of a cup of honey. And then you will want 3 scoops of the protein powder. And because I use the packets for it, I just use 3 different packets. And I don't have to worry about measuring at that point then. So I've got 3 packets of my protein. I'm telling you, this is seriously one of the easiest recipes. And it's pretty healthy. It's really tasty, full of flavor. If you really wanted to, you could add in like maybe some cinnamon or a little sprinkling of like nutmeg, or maybe some actual pumpkin pie spice. I personally think this is flavorful enough on its own that it doesn't need any extra added spices or anything. And then I just seal it. Get some of the air out. You don't want all the air out, but you want some of it out, most of it. And then I mix. so I'm just finishing up, and I don't know about you, but anytime I dole out like cookies or anything like that, I always feel like my first couple are a little bit short or a little bit less. So I'm just going back in through and making sure that all of them have the same amounts. And you can see how easy this was with the bag, and I wasn't dealing with scraping bowls and doing all of that. So just gonna finish this, and I'm gonna throw them in to the fridge to chill. And I will show you guys the finished product once they're all chilled. All right, the pumpkin bites have had a chance to just refrigerate a little bit and chill off. The reason you want to put them in the fridge is because as you're kind of playing with it, the honey and the butter, whether it's peanut or almond or whatever you choose, does tend to heat up and kind of gets a little gooey and sticky. So refrigerating them helps keep them from getting too hard, or too gooey, I should say. It hardens them up a little bit. And I'm gonna add just a couple to my charcuterie board. So check below for the recipe. I have it below with all of the measurements and everything. Let me know what you think if you try these, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay spooky, everybody.